Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and get started right away with Coach Check Head Coach Geoff Collins following tonight's 45-22 win over North Carolina. Coach, if you could open us up with some remarks before we take questions.
That was pretty cool, huh? Whoa, that's you, Mike. Yeah, great performance by our guys. Really proud of our coaching staff. Put a really good plan together for a really good team, and our guys executed the plan. Played really well. Played a total team effort, and it's just really cool to see how close this team is. We've had to undergo a lot of adversity, but we were built for nights like this because of what we've been through and the way the leadership in this program has continued to build, and we've got to continue to do that at a really high level. But just really proud of them, the way they battled, the way they fought, the way they stay positive through adversity, the way they work. They are great guys in our program, go to one of the top academic schools in the country, and then come out and compete as hard as they can week in and week out. And my hat's off to all the players, and I truly love that team that's in that locker room. They're awesome. So, questions?
We'll go ahead and open it up for questions. Please raise your hand. Got a microphone from Ryan. We'll go ahead and start over here with Rod.
As well as the defense played today, I guess you had to figure once Jeff Sims got it going, you had to feel that they just couldn't score enough points to top what he was doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the offense as a whole, I'm just looking at the stats. Jeff did have a really good game, and just really proud of him, the way he has just battled back from injury to get himself back to 100%, the way he supported Jordan Yates every single snap of every single play, throughout practice, throughout the games, and then Jordan the same thing. Jordan was the happiest kid in the world, celebrating with Jeff as we sang the fight song, and it's just a special group. They are selfless. They love each other. They care about each other. They battle together, I thought Andrew Thacker and our defensive staff did a heck of a job versus one of the top offenses in America, and stopped the run, forced them to throw, made them single-handed there at the end, and just really proud of Coach Thacker and the defensive staff and our defensive players just rolling guys in throughout the game. I want to mention Tariq Carpenter, what he did in the first half, being a great teammate all week, supporting Jalen King, supporting Derek Allen, and then staying dialed in the entire first half. So when he gets in, there's not new things. He's been basically playing the game in his mind the whole time with Jalen and DA in the game, and that is not an easy thing to do. Tariq Carpenter did it, and he is a big-time player in our program and in college football as a whole.
Kelly, start right there.
Jeff, you got 8 sacks, which is incredible in a game, but also a lot of them were coverage sacks where you weren't bringing
give
pressure.
the D-line some credit, Kelly.
And they
that
made
was some good pass rushes, Kelly.
Well, and you got pressure without bringing blitzers, which is what you need to do in this game, and also you were able to get good coverage downfield that allowed them to get home. Can you kind of talk about just what the plan was there and how they executed it?
Yeah, and I thought Marco Coleman and Larry Knight did a great job. The way we've built this thing, just building depth and long, athletic guys that get to just roll in and stay fresh throughout the game. We had fresh guys at the end because we just roll guys in throughout. I bet if we look at it, there's probably going to be 25, 26 guys play on defense tonight. That doesn't happen very many places in college football, but it happens because that's what we believe in. That's what we talk about from day one, and just getting fresh guys that just keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger as the game goes on. And, there were some freshmen out there playing. Mercedes-Benz Stadium was out there playing. Caleb Edwards was getting some burn. I think he had a quarterback pressure. Josh Robinson was out there battling. So just the young guys developing in this program is pretty cool, too.
Right here, Rafael.
Coach Rafael Haynes with the three-point conversion. Coach, you talk about battling, and then last week we saw how the team responded in a tough loss, but the way they battled, you talked about how proud you was of them. Do you think that transferred to tonight's game, that same energy, that same toughness and mental toughness?
Yeah, and that was something we challenged them last week. I mean, they poured their heart and soul into going into Death Valley and playing one of the top 6 teams in college football, and they battled. The challenge was to do it again against, I think, top 21, whatever UNC was ranked. To do it again just speaks to the leadership, the character, all of those things in our program, and just really proud of them. Now we got to do it again. We get another game, ACC Coastal opponent, noon, at our place. We've got to put the same amount of work and attention to detail and effort because we're getting ready to play another big-time opponent, and that's just the life of playing in the ACC.
Okay, we'll go with Dan and then with Patrick.
Coach, can you just take us through the process of deciding to go with Geoff when you guys did? And what does that say about him to stay ready for that opportunity?
Yeah, so that's the thing we talk about all the time. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And he just stayed ready. We had a plan going into the game. Jordan knew it. Geoff knew it. And went in there, and Geoff got hot. And, just let him play and all those things. But Jordan Yates is a big-time player. So proud of him. And then Geoff came in and, 10 carries for 130 yards and 10 for 13 for 112 yards. And now we've just got to continue to build in that room, and we've got some really good weapons around them. I thought the O-line battled tonight. You saw Paula Tuve-Bapulu getting some burn tonight, Nick Pimley getting some burn. So there's a bunch of guys rolling in along the offensive line as well. Quick note, Ryan Johnson, who we affectionately called Hoss, had his 60th career start tonight. That's pretty cool. I mean, he's my age, but just really proud of him, what he means to this program, coming back from a COVID year, wanting to be a part of this program to help us build something special. He means so much to every single person in this program, and just out there battling every single snap in the same way he does at practice. His work ethic, his attention to detail, his focus. Just really proud of him being a leader in this program.
Patrick.
A lesser light in tonight's game, Gavin Stewart, I think, had 9 kickoffs. 2 of them were returned. That's gotten to where that's newsworthy when they get returned. I think both of them came up short of the 25. Yep. Is his improvement in a year emblematic of the broader improvement of your team?
Coach, he's awesome. Just the way he is just taking that role and the pride he takes in his performance. Just really proud of him. He's got a ridiculously strong leg. I bet if we were to take a straw poll on the team, he would probably be one of the top 30 athletes on our team. He's a ridiculous athlete, and just the him being able to do that for us in stressful situations, and the challenge is to make sure our guys continue to cover at such a high level, rep in and rep out, and they do it. And, I'm sure when we look back at the catapult numbers tomorrow, some of those kickoff guys probably hit some insane numbers tonight. But he's a weapon. And how about Brent Samaglia drilling the field goals and the extra points for us? Having those two as weapons in this program, hats off to Patrick Suddas, hats off to our recruiting department for targeting guys to come in here and help us take the next step. So just proud of them as a whole. Jeff Popovich has done a great job with that room.
We'll go back, or we'll start here with Terrence and Ken. I'm sure you've got some.
Geoff, the way you guys have played the last 3 weeks is looking more and more like that Northern Illinois game was a fluke. Did that help you guys in any way contribute to where you guys are at this point?
Well, I think anytime if you can take adversity and use it for good, then that is something that galvanizes your program, galvanizes your team, and just really proud of our guys being able to block out any negativity, being able to focus, understand where we are as a program, learn from our mistakes, and take the next step in the program. And that's what the guys have done. They talk about how close they are. They live it. They breathe it. And you see it on display on nights like tonight. You see it on display last week in Death Valley, even though we came up just a little bit short. But just proud of our guys, just the way they keep fighting and building. And the challenge again, I'm sure Ken's about to ask, how do you do it again? And those are the things that we've got to do, and the leadership in this program has to do it.
Ken?
They did kind of take my question. No,
There we go. Yep,
so
I knew
obviously last week, you were telling us that the effort numbers were the highest you've
Yep.
ever had, and obviously a huge challenge to replicate that. Just kind of speak to that a little bit. But also another question, your first win over a ranked team is, I would think this is the most significant win in your tenure. How would you evaluate that?
It's all about the players. The players did a tremendous job taking coaching, applying it, learning all the things that we've learned over the last couple of years, and then just gradually taking steps in this program to get where we're eventually going to be. And just proud of them. But again, we still got to do it again against another really good opponent that's coming into town next week.
Jonathan, we've got time for a couple more.
Coach Jonathan Simmons from Real Talk Sports. Two things. What was the key between you guys running the ball so well tonight? And number two, looking around the stadium, was this what you envisioned, this type of game, ACC opponent, and the excitement with the crowd?
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. I've got a lot of visions for what this place can be, will be, and should be, and that was a glimpse of it tonight. And our guys fed off of the crowd. Really thankful for the Yellow Jacket fan base coming out, supporting our guys. The student body, full, complete sellout of their allotment of tickets, and the energy, the juice being in downtown Atlanta, and the place was rocking. Your recruits see it. They see how we have relationships with our guys, the way our guys play, the way our guys vibe with each other and bond, and then to do it on this stage is really cool. And just proud of the guys and just excited to get back to work with them tomorrow.
Kelly?
We talked at the beginning of the week about controlling your own destiny in the ACC and how these games are so important when you play your coastal opponents. You've made huge strides from week 1 to week 4 now. Kind of what is the ceiling in your mind but for this team? Like, what do you see this team being capable of as they keep getting better each week?
So the thing that I just told them in the locker room, last week we went 1-0, and that's all we're worried about is once it hits midnight, I don't even know what time is it, Mike? It's not quite midnight. Once it hits midnight, we got to turn the page and get ready to play another really good opponent. And you can't worry about what we did, what we have to put a good week's work of work, good week of attitude, preparation, all of those things, and then play at a really, really high level, because that's a really good football team that we're getting ready to play in 7 days at noon in downtown Atlanta. So we got to do everything we can to prepare, focus, work, and then when we get into the game, it's going to be a battle because they're really, really good.
Rod?
You faced a running back in Ty Chandler, who was I think the ACC running back of the week last week, almost went for 200 yards, held him to, I believe, 48 yards on 17 carries. I guess gang tackling was the key to that tonight.
Yeah, he's a really good player, and we had to know where he was, but the other one was Josh Downs. The way Josh is playing, and we've gotten to know him personally and think very highly of him. Every single play, every person on our team, every person on the sideline was saying exactly where Josh Downs was. On the headset, where is Josh? He's at 2. Where is Josh? He's at 3. Where is Josh? He's at 2 week. He's in the backfield. So the attention and the quarterback he's a great player. Arguably will be the top pick in the draft. And that offensive line is huge. They're experienced, and just the development that we've made in our front seven to be able to go up against such an offensive line and have some success, or a lot of success, just speaks volumes about Marco Coleman, Larry Knight, Patrick Suddas, Andrew Thacker, and the job that they've done, and then our players have done to play at such a high level against one of the best offensive lines, one of the most experienced offensive lines, maybe the biggest offensive line in all of football. They went and battled and competed against tonight.
Okay, Coach, thank you.
Thank you, Mike. See you guys.